Thank you guys for jumping on tonight. I appreciate you being here and taking some time out of your evening to tune in with us. I'm Cindy Bergman, and want to welcome all the new people on here this evening also. We're just going to make this short and sweet. This evening, we're going to ask anybody who wants to give anything positive, exciting that happened this week, a moment to share that right now as we get started. So I'll open it up if anybody has anything they want to share. They booked their first trip or anything like that. Book anything exciting. Any of you in the 40? Hey, Bridget.
Julie, sorry. Julie Spring, excuse me, went silver today.
Awesome. Congratulations, Julie. Exciting. I don't know if she's on here, but I have some exciting news. I don't know if she's on here. She should be sharing this news too. Jessica Lucas is one of the first people that, one of the first ones that I signed up off like online, outside of people that I didn't know, like my warm market. So I met her online a couple months after I joined the business, and she moved away and kind of backed off of the business, never quit. She's always, did her monthly fee and stuff. But, I just kind of kept plugging into her, like, okay, but just life got in the way. She's a full-time nurse, worked a lot of hours, and she is back on board. So I'm excited to tell you guys about that, because you're going to start seeing a lot more of her. She's actually moving back to Ohio, so she's going to be living about 45 minutes from me, and she's ready to run with this. And she's going to either not get a job or do a part-time nursing job, so she can focus on this and run with this business. So excited for her as she starts this journey over again. So you guys will probably see Jessica's name and see her around, because she's ready to dive in and commit to helping the big team too. Anybody else have anything they want to share? Okay. So I see Bridget muted herself. So when she's ready to come back on, we're going to have her come on. She's going to tell you a little bit about, are you ready? Okay. Bridget is going to share with you a little bit about the Planet Marketing and IntelliTravel Mexico product. They did it's kind of a webinar yesterday about the product. So she's going to share with us what she learned on that. So Bridget is a 2-star director with Planet Marketing and an amazing leader. So Bridget, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. So the meeting they had yesterday was, I think, just to increase communication, let us know what's out there as far as the Mexico product. They really want to kind of go hard in 2020 with building in Mexico. So they wanted to give an update of what the product is there, because like in the UK, things are a little different in each country. So I'm going to be mostly reading from my notes here, and feel free to ask questions in the chat if you want. Don't know that I will be working in Mexico. The product is it's a Mexican company licensed in Mexico, so it's IntelliTravel.mx. So it's like IntelliTravel that we have here, but it's Mexican. It's licensed for Mexico. It's in Spanish. The product and the commission is in pesos. So agents will be paid in pesos. When they're looking online at the online booking engine, they don't have to convert anything. If we have ITAs in Mexico, please let them be trained by IntelliTravel and authorized Mexico ambassadors, because the product, again, we want them trained by people that understand that fully. So things that we have in place for the US might not apply to Mexican agents. They will have the booking systems that we have, like in our back office. Right now they have the IntelliTravel University It's the same thing we have, but it's closed captioned in Spanish. And then in 2020, it's actually being re-recorded in Spanish for the Spanish-speaking agents. They have live educational events. They've had 2 Dream Makers down there, and they said they will do more Dream Makers when they have the need for them, but basically all the Mexican agents they have already gone to those 2 Dream Makers they have. So they will get more in place as more agents sign up. They have webinars in Spanish. They have, if you don't know, there are the peak ITA, the 10-minute presentation, all of that, the 10-minute compensation video by Mr. Bradley, all of those are translated or closed captioned as well if you're looking to prospect someone that's Spanish speaking. They have their own telephone, email, and live chat support in Spanish. It's different phone numbers and everything, so it's not what we have here, but it's specific to them. They do get, let's see, they have commission, they have VAT, which is a type of tax, and then they have factura service, which is a tax document that has to go to each agent after each transaction. So I'll type it in the chat after, just in case you have someone asking if they have that, because that's something that agents booking travel in Mexico have to have after each transaction to be able to book stuff. It's something to do with taxes. And then they have SECTUR approval, which is, it's an abbreviation for the Secretary of Tourism. They have Secretary of Tourism approval, and all of the legal stuff that they have to have is all in place. They mentioned that all features are in Spanish and pesos unless otherwise noted, but some vendors don't have Spanish products. So if you're looking at like a specific cruise line, there could be something that needs to be translated, but for the vast majority, it's in Spanish and the currency is in pesos. They have 2.6, oh, I didn't even write a number, so I don't know if that's 2.6 million hotels and accommodations or what. 900 plus airlines, 200 low-cost carriers, 70 plus airfare consolidators. They did mention that still airfare is not going to be a big money maker, but that they do have all of those, major airlines available. They also have Interjet, Volaris, Aero, Autobus, and more for airfare travel. So those are more Mexican carriers. They have vacation rentals coming for 2020. So like what we have for villas and the condos and houses and stuff, they have that coming for 2020 for Mexico. They've got rental car brands, top brands for cruises in the search engine. And they do have some packaged holidays and vacations. It seemed like Travel Impressions is going to be the big one that carries over that we have here and they have there. The hotel search engine pulls from bestday.com, I guess is the big Mexico one that's like booking.com. But they also have everything from like B&Bs and hostels to all-inclusive and 5-star resorts, tickets, tours, things like that. There was a section where they talked about cruises. To use the back office cruise engine for most brands, because those brands, it's something about how it carries over from the US engine into the Mexico search engine, but they can book directly with Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Azamara. That's the companies that have a Mexican product, but most don't have Mexican products. And they also mentioned that it's very, very difficult to get contracts with vendors in Mexico. So it's something they've been working on for a long time. They're still working on, they're getting more, but it's kind of been slow going and taking longer than they expected. But Travel Impressions was the big one that they have for booking packages. They even have some cruises through Travel Impressions. You can do cruises through the search engine, and then those 3 cruise lines you can book directly. I did ask if they have a departure lounge page, like our IntelliTravel departure lounge page for Mexican agents, and they said not yet, but they will soon. So I would imagine that's coming for 2020 as well. So just keeping in mind that things are different in different countries. They have different legal requirements, and that's kind of why they want to make sure they have all of that in place before they move into other countries. Like I know we've heard parts of Canada, and we've heard the rest of Ireland and things like that, and more into Europe. But there's a lot more that goes into it, legal and tax-wise, than just here we are now. So that's why it's taking a little bit longer than expected. I would think, Samantha, that if someone is like a permanent expat in Mexico, they would sign up as, living permanently in Mexico now as an expat, that they would sign up as a Mexican agent. And if they were like an American temporarily living in Mexico, I don't know, we'd have to probably run it by compliance to see which one works best. And the resources in Spanish. So when they sign up, they change the flag to Mexico, and that's when they would get all their resources in Spanish. But the videos for like Peak ITA and all of that, that's in the Planet Marketing back office under library videos. There's a bajillion videos back there if you haven't seen them. And then so most of them are translated or closed captioned in Spanish.
That's awesome info. Does anybody else have any questions for Bridget? With launching in the UK, helping launch that. That's a lot of
Yeah.
I'm wondering how we can learn more, like as much as you learned about it, like have more access to what's going on, in case we want to really start recruiting there.
Cindy, do you know who it was? I couldn't think of the person's name who really worked on Mexico a lot that got the Strong Woman Award.
It was Judy Cantu.
Okay.
I can see if they recorded that. I'll see if they recorded. I'll ask Andy or Leanne if they recorded that webinar yesterday afternoon, and maybe we can get a copy of it. Because they did it in the afternoon, right, Bridget? Yeah, it was in the afternoon where a lot of people can't jump on. So,
but I think it only went out to directors and ambassadors.
Oh, you're right. That's right. It did. That's why.
It wasn't a secret. It was a secret meeting.
Yeah.
On that email, I saw that they were going to release it to everybody soon. They had a date on there. I don't recall the date, but
Good.
Awesome.
Thanks, Kenzie.
Sure.
So that'll be out there. We'll get it. We'll put it out on the team page once we get our hands on it. All right. Yeah. So launching in the UK, there's a lot of things that are different. They have a different platform. So Mexico is the same way, and they're really having a hard time getting it launched there because of, there's a lot of things when you first launch a country, a new product, new laws and all that. To get it built, there's a lot of just hard things you got to go through to launch it. And if the people don't have they don't have the knowledge of the company, the belief in the company, it's hard to find a leader right there in Mexico, and that's what the company's looking for. They're looking for a leader from Mexico that will run with this, run the meetings, and just go all in and commit to the company is what they're looking for. That's what I had a conversation with James Ferrara, and he's like, if you know anybody in Mexico who would be willing to, just lead the pack, and pioneer this. We have directors going over. Judy Cantun's been doing amazing stuff, going over there and building the market, but they need a leader in Mexico. So that's what we're looking for. And if you can get a piece of that, James said it to me, you find a leader in Mexico, the market's yours. So, I found a leader in the UK, and from that, we have over 2,000, Chanel's got over 3,000 people in her organization, over in the UK and the US together. But if you can find a leader like that, it will be life-changing for you. So, 6-7 figures, you can get there quickly with international. So, think about it. If you guys have, connections and stuff, feel free to reach out to me if you want some help with that, to get that launched. I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't really push the Mexico market, and we really just got the UK launched. It took us 2.5 years. So, but let me tell you, it's worth it if you want to put the time and effort into learning what they have. And I'll get you the connections that you need with, I can be your liaison between, corporate. If you find a leader and want to run with it, I can help you. So you just got to reach out to me, so I know and what your intentions are. So I will definitely help with that. So we're going to do a Q&A session, but before we do that, we're going to have a few people who volunteered tonight to just jump on here and tell their story, tell a little bit about themselves and their testimony. And let's see, Joy Simpson, where are you? Are you on here? I'm looking for you. Okay, I don't see her. She had a couple people that were going to jump on here. She just gave me the first names, so I don't know. So the first one is Marie. Joy told me Marie would like to come on here and just tell a little bit about her story. So if Marie is on here, I'm not sure which Marie in the team. There she is. Hi. Um, if you want to, I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to turn it over to you. I was going to have Joy introduce you, but I don't see her on here. So if you want to just tell us, your story, your testimony, I'm going to mute myself and let you take it away.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Marie. My last name is Iru. I'm from Portland, Oregon. I don't know. I guess I'm not really sure what to say. I told her I'd do it, and then I'm like, oh. So I have 3 children. They are 2, 5, and 7. I'm a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
Something that I could do from home, and because childcare is extremely expensive here. So it would not have been worth it for me to go back to work. But I mean, I have a medical assisting degree, but I wasn't going to make enough to even cover childcare. So then I met, I found an ad online so Jessica Eastland is my sponsor. And just chatted with her, had a 3-way call with Joy. And it's been really good. Aside from, booking travel and trying to figure out the marketing side of it. So over the last 2 months, let's see, I joined in end of August, beginning of September.
Okay.
It's kind of been this I don't know. It's opened up. It's kind of made me feel like a person again. Just to have something of just something that's just mine. And obviously, I'm working, to make money for my family, and also, it's just kind of made me feel like there's actually a possibility to take my family on a vacation now, because with a one family, personal growth for me. So that's for right now, that's more of what I've gotten from it than anything else. But it's been good. That's kind of what I got.
That's great. Well, thank you for sharing your story. I know it's not always easy to jump on here, but no, that's a great, great beginning, and we're looking forward to helping you get that dream vacation, right?
Yeah, well, it was already really exciting to go to Dreammakers. That 4 days away from home was already completely different than what my life normally is.
It is, there's so many cities. Which city did you go to go to Dreammakers?
I went to Houston.
Okay. There's just so many cities, even in the United States, that since I joined the business, that I haven't even, never even thought about going to, like Dallas and Houston and, oh my gosh, Boston, Baltimore, Atlanta, cities I've never even been to, but you don't take family trips to those kind of locations. And I've seen so many cities, Las Vegas, and haven't been to California or Oregon yet. Make me come to Oregon. Those team in Oregon, I'll come out.
It's a beautiful place. Actually, we drove back. I drove back from Denver, and we drove through Utah and Wyoming and Idaho and we finally got to Oregon, I was like, trees, there's
My
trees.
goodness. My sister lives in Seattle, so I've been out that way. It's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yep.
All right. So the next one we have, Bridget, do you want to introduce your people?
Sure.
Okay.
I will first introduce Crystal Anthony, who is a bronze builder, and she is moments away from silver. So take it away, Crystal.
Thanks, Bridget. Hi, everybody. My name is Crystal Anthony. Excuse me, like Bridget mentioned, I am a bronze builder with Planet. I am originally from the Virgin Islands, so I'm an island girl at heart. I live in Connecticut now. I work at a university in Providence, and I have been with the company for about 7 months now. And I joined shortly after I finished grad school when I was in a panic again about, okay, I'm graduating, what am I going to do with my life? I joined for my love of travel and being able to book travel, because that was my passion. I booked all of like my family's trips and everything. So I had a conversation with my mom and my sisters, and they were like, you know what, just go for it. So shortly after I graduated, I joined. I had no idea what network marketing was before I joined our company. And as the months went by and I became, immersed in the industry and our culture, I'm definitely beginning to realize that what we have is a gift. So now I'm just trying to use that gift to impact others. But I'm still learning and I'm still growing every day. But it's definitely been a blessing being a part of Planet for sure.
Awesome. Thanks.
I don't know if
Well, I neglected to mention that Crystal is best friends with Ray Higdon. The event in October, and she won a private invitation to his house in December to go get
Yep,
some
I
private
just got
training.
the invitation in the mail today.
That's so exciting. Take a picture.
I know, right?
All right, and I want to introduce Gold Builder Samantha Norman. She loves this business so much that her husband caught the bug, and he has joined in as well. But here is Samantha Norman to introduce herself.
Hello, everybody. Yes, he totally jumped on. That was the other guy in the picture a little while ago. Anyways, my name is Samantha Norman. I started as an ITA only, this past August, I think it was. And I was, before I had my baby, she's 16 months old. Before I had her, I was traveling with my husband. We had recently just decided to follow our hearts and go travel the world. We had a year-long honeymoon in Thailand. And it was really great, and I never wanted to come home. And we were teaching, through some of our volunteer experiences, we met an online ESL teacher and realized that we really could keep traveling the world, and that was incredible. So we were teaching English online, like many of us on the team. But then when my baby was born, she decided she was never going to sleep ever. So I couldn't teach online anymore. I couldn't get out of bed without her following me. So it just didn't really work out so well for me. So now I was pretty desperately looking for just something, anything. And I did, and it absolutely has been my dream job. This has been such an incredible experience for me. I'm gonna totally agree with Marie, what she was saying. There was something missing from my life, something major missing, and I didn't even know that. I had no idea, but I was not the happiest person. I was trying to be a great mom, a great wife, and it was just, there was something missing. And it was that one thing that was for me. mom, such an amazing community of people, has helped my confidence grow tremendously. And I feel like I found my passion. So like Bridget said, my husband had to join too, and now we're doing this together. And it's been a dream. I didn't think that I was going to be into network marketing at all. I was super against it. And I love being a part of PlanNet. It turns out like that's what I'm truly passionate about, networking with people and sharing this incredible opportunity. So I'm really, really looking forward to just growing my business with all of you guys and coming to convention next year. And we'll actually be in Mexico for part of the year next year, which is why I have so many questions about Mexico. So really looking forward to that. So nice to meet all of you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Samantha. That was great to get to know a little bit about you too. So I appreciate you sharing this evening with us. And Joy has one more name she gave me. She gave me Melissa's name. So Melissa, if you're on here.
Yes, I'm here.
Melissa Duff, there you are. I'm gonna let you take it away.
Okay, thank you. Hello, my name's Melissa Duff. This is actually my first week with the company. I just joined, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I don't really remember. Traveling is something that I enjoy doing so much. Me and my husband together, we have 6 children, so we don't get to do a lot of stuff together. So traveling is something that we're really passionate about. Hectic life that we live at home. So I saw an ad on Facebook, also like Marie said, and I looked into it, and I went back and forth for about a month asking questions before I decided to actually, because like I said, having a lot of kids, money is usually tight. And so I just decided to join in and take it to the travel to the next level. Like if I'm going to be traveling, why not earn money while I'm doing it? That's how I looked at it. And I love like, to me, I'll save people money. So I'm just excited about getting started and helping all my friends and family out and save them money while I'm earning the extra income.
That's great, Melissa. Thank you. My computer kept clicking in and out, so I didn't get to hear your whole story. But thank you for sharing with us this evening, and looking forward to working with you too. So, all right. Do we have anybody else on here who has any questions for some of these ladies? For any of the directors that are on here? Any of the directors want to introduce yourself? Just kind of get to know each other tonight. You know, we're going to finish early, but if anybody has any questions and, you know, any of you want to introduce yourself and just kind of let people know, you know, who you are, where you're from, you guys are welcome to do that. That's what we have this for. You know, we're, you know, one big team. We can get to know each other this way. A lot of times we just get to see each other, you know, over the computer and don't get to see each other in person, you know, maybe once a year. There's some people that I only see once a year at convention, and this is a good way for us to talk and, you know, ask questions, be casual. It doesn't have to always be formal. So,
I got a question.
yes. Hey, Michael.
Hey, how are you? First week, my wife's been doing it since 2018. She's booked several cruises and stuff like that, but I think this is the first time we're going to go with the whole networking part of it.
Okay.
I've got a friend who's big into Amway and Mary Kay and stuff like that. However, she is from Salvador, speaks very little English, but a ton of Spanish.
Okay.
So we probably contacting the few people I just saw, yeah, at least she can talk to folks in this area who then are Spanish speakers. So I've got her the videos and stuff like that. So maybe this will be fun. That could be a really interesting leg.
Is she's from Salvador?
She's from Salvador. She's here in the States.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to talk with some
Okay.
folks who we work together. We have what you call Spanglish,
Mhm.
or kitchen Spanglish. We work in restaurants and everything. So she has enough to get by with the kitchen. I have enough to get by with the kitchen. So I'm gonna have to get on what is that that big Spanish website to teach yourself Spanish or whatever.
I'm not sure what that's called, but
Rosetta
no,
Stone. That's it.
that's a good opportunity because she'll have a whole
That's all I got.
different network of people. Yeah, my internet keeps glitching in and out, so I don't know if I'm interrupting you. I'm sorry. My internet, I keep getting a low connection error coming up on my computer. So.
And Michael, if she's in the States now, permanent, and is able to work here, she can do it even though she's from Salvador. She can do it as a U.S. person.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give a quick shout out to one-star director Kenzie King, whose name I see here. That Viva Las Vegas contest has 10 more days, and she is on the board to go to Vegas.
I see lots of names of people in here on that board. Even Gold Builders, you guys, that is amazing. You guys need to check that out. You might be surprised and not even know your name is on there. And then we have the cash for Dash for Christmas Cash out there too. So that's running until November 30th. I'll run that report yet tonight before I leave for the weekend. And Crystal Anthony, I see your question about the invite to the retreat that you keep seeing. This weekend, I am treating our directors in our team to a retreat getaway, and we have, I think, 10 directors attending, and then they all got to bring somebody from their organization with them. So that's something you guys have to look forward to. This is our first annual, and we're definitely going to be doing more of these because it's going to be absolutely amazing. My upline had done them for a couple years, and it was actually a game changer for my business, the first one that I went to in this company. So looking forward to this weekend. You guys will probably see a lot of us posting and sharing information about, or sharing pictures and things like that about the retreat. So something you guys have to look forward to, definitely. So just keep getting bigger and better. All right, does anybody have any questions or anything before we jump off? Anybody want to share anything else? Okay, we'll be back next week. We'll hopefully plan some more training for next week, and I wanted to do kind of an informal one this week and let you guys have the opportunity. You guys have some amazing directors on here tonight. If you guys are sure you don't have any questions before we jump off, you've got people here that have been around in the business for a couple years.
I just have
Cindy,
a couple questions.
Oh, so go ahead.
Sean, you have a question?
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Sean McMillan.
Hey.
Joy is my my upline. I just was gonna say I went to my first Super Saturday last Saturday in Cheyenne. I'm out here in Wyoming, so
Okay.
we're kind of sparse, and this area out here is pretty wide open. I was pretty excited to find out and meet several, I guess, Crossline people that are here actually in Casper.
Nice.
And so I'll be connecting with them a little bit too for some meetings, and possibly they had talked about maybe doing some travel parties together or something, so we could all just kind of connect together and network, which I think will help me a lot, because I was like, I know there's other agents out here somewhere, I just don't know where. So that was really good. And I just wanted to know also, how often do they do these Super Saturdays? How often is it an opportunity for us to get some of the, top leaders here?
Who do you know which leader was there that did it?
it was Tanisha,
The Burke.
yep,
Yep.
and her
Okay.
husband, and they were fabulous, great
Where
people.
did they say where they live?
In Florida.
Florida. Okay. Because I haven't seen a meeting in Wyoming. Like that was the first one. When I seen that, I was like, wow, they, and I haven't seen one there. So,
Yeah. So I think this is probably like one of the first ones. They had it in Cheyenne. I'm in Casper.
okay. How many people did they have show up? How many were there?
There was probably, I bet there was probably 20.
Okay, that's good. I didn't know how big of a
There was
market
the
it
people
was.
that came up from Denver. There was probably, there was four people from Casper besides myself,
Okay.
and some people from Gillette, and there was about 4 or 5 that came down from South Dakota.
Okay.
Actually.
Is there anybody, did you guys have a discussion of starting a market? Did you guys talk about that at all? Did they go over that with you at all?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Because I was in Pittsburgh this past weekend, and
Right.
shout out to Debbie Benson. She drove all the way from West Virginia to come see me at Pittsburgh. It was awesome. It was a great turnout. Pittsburgh is really just starting to grow, and they're all new. Like everybody, we had probably, I would say probably at least 50 people there. There was about 10 guests, and everybody's pretty new in the market. I mean, there's a couple gold builders, but they're all growing and still learning. So Fern Sapp, it was her first time that she had been there, or her third time that she had been there. It was my first. And I know we have more of our team in that area, but schedules conflicted. But if the people will show, I will go. Okay. So, if you can get a big group together in Wyoming and you say, you know what, I've got 10 people coming you ready to come to an event, I will be there. You start building up that market. You guys go gold builder and you ask me to come down. I see you're working. I'm going to come to you. So just keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to ask, and I'll ask Mr. Bradley. I've asked him a couple times to come to Ohio. If you want somebody to come to your market, I don't know it unless you say it, because I can look at numbers and see who's growing, but a lot of times our organization is growing online and they're not going to meetings. But I know the importance of getting to a meeting and getting people to a meeting. So I'm committed to helping grow and pass along Mr. Bradley's vision and his culture to the whole big team, even sideline. So I can connect with Tanisha Burke and see when their next one is going to be, and maybe I can come with her the next
Yeah, so the gal here in Casper, her name's Maria Paschal.
time. Okay.
And we have actually, just looking on Facebook, we have probably about 6 or 7 mutual friends, which is really strange. I'm just like, wow, it's a small world, and there was a couple other gals, but I didn't have them on my Facebook. They hadn't sent me friend requests yet, apparently. So anyway, I'm gonna keep in touch with Maria because she is actually here in Casper. Her
Okay.
Facebook says she's in Cheyenne.
Is she the leader there? Like, is she the gold builder there?
She's a gold builder.
Okay.
She was the gold builder. There were 2 silvers, I think, and a bronze.
So you guys are just starting that market. So you guys would
Yeah.
be doing the same thing Pittsburgh's doing. You got to get some leaders to keep coming. So I'll connect with Tanisha and see what her intentions are.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thanks for bringing that up. You guys can, any way at all, can get to a Super Saturday. Oh, it will fire you up. It will help you feel the culture of the company. You'll learn so much. You'll be more confident about, the product, the company, and, just meet a few people in your area, if anything. Connect with people who, want to make this happen too.
Yeah, and they did a really fabulous job because they went through the whole, like with IntelliTravel, the whole thing, and the Planet marketing side of it, which, going over the matrix and stuff. I feel like I have a better understanding of how it works, and I'm a little more, it's actually pretty exciting. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, it makes so much more
Uh-huh.
sense. And
And we do the webinar every Wednesday night. But if you guys haven't watched the webinar, jump on a webinar Wednesday nights too, because you'll get to see that. And every time you hear, like when I first started, every time I would hear the presentation, anytime you
Right.
hear somebody else different, you pick something new up. You're like, because everybody explains it a different way. So I always love that too, because whenever I sit there and listen to somebody new do the presentation, I'm taking notes and getting their word choices, and it's
Yes.
a good way to learn too. Definitely.
It's such a great energy too when you go and see it in person, because the presenters can see the people in the audience and they're asking for
Yeah.
answers and interaction and stuff. So I would highly recommend, even if it's not like a Super Saturday, you can just get to a meeting in your area and go see someone present it, get there. I am a big online builder and have built most of my team on social media, but I still say if you can get to a meeting and see what
Yeah.
it's all about.
I agree. And if you got to drive a couple hours, do it one time. Go see what it's like. Make that investment of your time, and do it, because I drove 3.5 hours to my first meeting before I even joined the company. That's because I
Wow.
wanted to feel the culture. I wanted to meet the people in the company and make sure I was making the right decision. So I had to go to a meeting before I joined because I wanted to meet the people. So that's how important the meeting is to me, because I know I wanted that connection before I even joined. So, and I know that's important to a lot of people. So that's why I try to get around and see people. So.
How often do the schedules for those meetings come out? Because the closest one to me is Seattle, but I
Okay.
wasn't able to go to the last one. And I haven't seen another one scheduled in Seattle.
They're in Seattle at least once every few months. I know that. And I actually want to make a time to go to Seattle because I'm due to go visit my sister. She lives there. So I'm due to come there, and I haven't really started, working that area yet. So
Yeah.
I will check. I think Eileen Ross is the one who goes out to Seattle. So
Okay.
I will look into that next time
Yeah,
they're going to
because
be.
the last one I just couldn't make it that weekend, but I wanted to go. I was like, how could I make this work? But yeah.
You can also, if you don't know, there's that search feature in the Planet Marketing above the calendar, and you can just type in that's the city near you. Like if I can just type in Charlotte and see all the Charlotte meetings come up.
Okay.
Have you tried that, the events in Planet Now?
I have not tried that, so
Okay.
I will try that.
Not Planet Now. Is it Planet Now? In the Planet Now? Yeah, in the Planet Now you hit events and then the search bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it just really helps to have that validation. And for me, just thinking, now I feel a little more confident in bringing people as well. So having seen what I saw this past Saturday, I think that it's real important, especially for new people, to have that validation. Like what Cindy said, you wanted to go to a meeting first, just so you would have that. I don't know, I just did mine over the phone with Joy, and
Yeah.
I think Amy and Cindy as well. And it just from what I heard and talked to you over a couple months before I joined, that just gave me enough that I was.
Most people on here did that, phone calls and online, guaranteed. Because that's how we build. That's our culture of our team, is building online.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Anybody else have anything? Great seeing all of you. I'll see some of you guys tomorrow. And safe travels to all of you that are going down to the retreat. And get a good night's sleep. Because I won't. Get too much to do. But it was good seeing all of you. Push it through the end of this month. We got 10 days to go, you guys. 10 days. Whatever your goal was at the beginning of the month, reevaluate, see if you're close. If not, push to get these 10 days done, and reach your goals. And we'll enjoy December doing our daily method of operation, and we will go full fire again in January. So the company is actually doing a 40-day, 40 nights through December 20th. So if you are in full speed mode, go all the way through December 20th with that 40 days, 40 nights, where they have complete 100% focus on the business. We were doing our own, so we are ending ours November 30th. So, all right.
And
Well,
hey, it's Wealth Wednesday. Go donate $1 to our team fundraiser.
yes, thank you for bringing that up, Bridget. You guys, we have a $2,000 goal. We need to hit that because we are going to do everything we can. We're hoping Planet Cares opens. By that time, they're working on their tax identification number for that, but we're hoping that we're going to be able to donate the money to Planet Cares. We want to give at least $2,000. So if you can donate even $1, go on that. Bridget, if you want to bump it up in the team page, if you guys can go to that and, at least donate $1. If we have 4,300 people in our team and we each donate $1, we're going to have our goal doubled. So I'm going to ask Chanel to push it over there in the UK also, so we can really show that out. So thank you again, Bridget, for putting that together. It's going to be great. We're going to finish it out. Is there a deadline on it, Bridget?
I don't know. I mean, nothing hard and fast. I figured by December 15th or so we could get them the donation in time for Christmas, to use it for Christmas.
Perfect. Okay, you guys have a great evening. Good night, everybody.